under light. Families first, the bills won't fade, but we keep visions that we made. When the lights go dim, we rise again. Not for height, but to build and win. Built after hours, real and true. Real people, real talks, breakthrough. Side hustles, hope that midnight fire. We build our dreams with strong desire. No shortcuts, just hard and drive. Changing lives while we survive. This is our time, this our sound. Yeah, we're built when the sun goes down.
Good afternoon, everyone. Happy Friday. And
Hello.
hello, everyone. How are you guys doing?
Good.
Good, thank you.
Okay, welcome everyone to our Go Live episode. Hello again and welcome. Thank you for taking time today to out of your day to be here um, with us. So whether you're watching live or catching us on replay, we appreciate you so much. So happy Friday, everyone. Tonight we're talking about something that um, silently steals our dreams, opportunities, income, relationships, and even confidence. So our topic for tonight is about how hesitation is the fastest way to extinction. Now, this may sound dramatic, but think about it. Many people don't fail because they're incapable. Many people don't fail because they aren't smart. Many people don't fail because they lack talent. Many people fail because they wait. What do they wait? They're waiting for certainty, they wait for confidence, they wait for perfect timing, and they wait for permission. And while they are waiting, life keeps moving on. It won't stop, it keeps moving forward. So opportunities keep moving, technology keeps moving, the world keeps evolving. And our question for tonight is, what is your hesitation costing you? So have you ever delayed making a decision and later you regretted it? Or have you ever missed an opportunity because you waited for so long, you keep waiting for the perfect timing, which doesn't come? Or have you ever said, oh, I'll just start this next month, and then came the next year when things, and then you said to yourself, I'm gonna start when things will settle down, or when I have more money, or when I have more time. And sometimes a lot of us did that too. So let's talk about why people hesitate. So this is March once again, all the way from California, USA, originally from the Philippines. I'm welcoming all of you to our Go Live episode, and to our co-host, Emmy from the USA, Sis Emeline from Canada, and Sis Roxanne from USA. Happy good afternoon to each and every one of you. Happy Friday, everyone. So let me pass you on to one of my sisters here and business partner, sis Roxanne, all the way from Seattle. Hi, hello, sis. How are you? Good afternoon, good evening.
Thank you, Sis Marge. This is Roxanne from Seattle, originally from the Philippines. Now residing here in Seattle. I'm a property accountant by profession, a mom, wife, and a proud digital business owner. Um, the topic for today, we want to talk about why hesitation can quietly lead to extinction, not just in business, but in life. The world right now is changing constantly. Technology changes, the way people work changes, but the people who adapt grows. The people who refuse to adapt often get left behind. It's not always because they're not smart enough, not because they are not capable enough, but it's because they are waiting for the perfect time, like what Sis Marge said. We don't need to wait for the perfect time. There's no such thing as perfect timing. We don't need to wait until we know everything. We don't need to feel ready, or we don't wait until that fear disappears. But here's the truth, that doesn't exist at all. We just need to take the courage if you want something better for your family and your future. If you see an opportunity, like this digital business, you should check it out. We are all here to guide you all, and you will never be alone. And with my personal story, I started this business. My friend just invited me to watch the webinar, and at that time, I'm not looking for an opportunity, but I I told myself, why not check it out? So I just watched the webinar, take the first step. I did my coaching call. I'm not sure what I'm getting into, but I know by working multiple jobs and working 7 days, even holidays, I said, why not give it a try? So that time I'm not ready. That time I had a fear of failing, or what would others people would say if I don't make it through what I'm getting into. But what I know is I want a better life for my family, and I wanted to have more time for them as well. Um, I don't have that. I'm very shy, but with this community, I never felt alone, and I'm so grateful for that. So, if you have that dream in your life right now, but not sure where to go or where to start, but you want something deep in your heart, then you should just go for it. And we are all here to guide you. Thank you.
For that, sis, sis Roxanne, you see, most people think that hesitation is harmless, but actually, yeah, it isn't. But every delay has a cost. Like for example, we lost time. You never get time back. The months of waiting become years and years. The years becomes decades. And the one thing that will cost you is the loss of confidence. You see, confidence comes from action. The longer you wait, the more doubt grows. And lost opportunities. Hesitation can lead to loss of opportunities. Opportunities you see have an expiration date. Some doors only open for a season. And like what we have said a while back, life keeps on moving forward. It won't stop, or it won't wait for you until you say that you're ready. And the last one is a loss of potential. The saddest thing in life isn't failure. It's never discovering what you're capable of. So let us hear from Sis Nemeline all the way from Canada. Hi,
Hello,
sis.
sis. How are you?
I'm good. How about you?
Mabuti naman, sis.
Mabuti,
Thanks.
mabuti. Maganda ka pa rin. Lalong
Thank you.
gumapit ka.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. Happy Friday or Saturday, wherever you are. To those who are watching me for the first time, I'm Nemeline, coming to you live from Ontario, Canada. So, for our tonight's topic about hesitation. Have you ever wanted to do something but fear kept telling you, what if I fail? What if people judge me? What if I embarrass myself? That was me. To be honest, I am naturally a reserved person. I'm not someone who loves being in front of a camera. The thought of going live on social media was a huge no for me. When I first started my digital business, I avoided going live completely. I would watch others confidently share their stories, teach and connect with people online while I stayed behind the scenes. I told myself, maybe later, maybe when I'm confident, maybe when I'm ready. But months passed, then years. And I realized something important. Growth doesn't happen while we're waiting on the sidelines. I wanted my business to grow. I wanted to reach more people. I wanted to help others discover opportunities that could change their lives. But I couldn't expect growth while staying inside my comfort zone. So I made a decision. Not because I suddenly became fearless, not because my nerves disappeared. I decided to join my business partners in doing live videos. The first few times were uncomfortable. My heart raced. I worried about saying the wrong thing. I wondered what people would think. And if I'm being honest, I still get nervous sometimes. But here's what I learned: confidence doesn't come before action, confidence comes because of action. Every time I showed up, I became a little stronger. Every live video helped me grow. Every uncomfortable moment stretched me into a better version of myself. And that lesson applies to every area of life. Sometimes we hesitate so long that opportunities pass us by. Dreams stay dreams. Goals stay goals. Nothing changes. Not because we aren't capable, but because hesitation keeps us standing still. The truth is, what survives and grows isn't always the strongest or smartest. It's often the one willing to adapt and take action. So, today, I want to encourage you. What have you been hesitating to do? Start the business, apply for the job, learn a new skill, launch the page, go live for the first time, have that important conversation. You don't need to have it all figured out. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to take the next step because every step forward builds confidence. Every action creates momentum. And every time you choose courage over comfort, you grow. My journey is proof that ordinary people can do extraordinary things when they stop waiting and start moving. So don't let hesitation write your story. Take action. Start where you are, use what you have, trust the process, and keep going. That's all. Sis, thank you.
Thank you, Sis Nemeline, for sharing your story and inspiring a lot of people who are watching right now and who will be catching this on replay. So, for me to personally, as an immigrant and a 9 to 5 worker, I have experienced years and years of long shifts. I have to wake up like early every day, hindi lang early, very early, like 3:30 a.m. early every day to go to work. Even on the weekends, we have to work too, or sometimes in the holiday, we have to work too. I I am very grateful for my job because it pays the bills and everything. But deep inside, I knew I know that I wanted more options, which is the opportunity to create flexibility, the ability to travel because we love to travel too, and the chance to spend more time with my family and the possibility of building something beyond my paycheck. You see, I could have hesitated forever. I could have kept saying maybe later, or maybe when everything cools down, or maybe when everything settles down. But eventually, I started to realize that nothing changes until I decide to take action. So you see, the decision came first, and the results come later, which is yung sabi nga ni sis Nemiling kanina, we're too afraid to go live or to post ourselves on social media because you see, yung normal na ginagawa natin is go to work or finish school, find a better employee, go to work and find a better job, which will eventually create a better future for you. But yung na-mention ko rin kanina, which is the world is evolving, the world is changing. So technology is becoming advanced, people are moving. So why not use this digital era as a platform for us to create more opportunities in life. Yung tulad ngayon, pwede mo nang mapagsabay ang 9 to 5 job mo and your online business. Well, you don't have to sacrifice one thing over the other because of the technology that we have right now. So that's one thing that I'm so thankful about our technology today, which is it is creating more opportunities for people like us. So let us hear her story all the way from San Diego, USA. Hello, sis Emilu.
Hello, hello mga sis. Happy Friday. So, how are you guys? So, yes, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you are. So, this is Emmy coming from San Diego, California. So, as my sisters said that we're talking about why hesitation leads to extinction. So, thank you if you guys are hopping on today or watching the replay. So we are talking about um, this hesitation leads to extinction. So I believe affects almost everyone at some point in life, and that is hesitation. So now we hear the word extinction. We usually think about dinosaur or species that no longer exist. But today, we're about talking about something different. About dreams become extinct, opportunity become extinct, and potential become extinct. Not because people aren't capable, but because they are hesitate for too long. Like what Sis Roxanne, Sis Nameline, and Sis March says that, taking too long or you're hesitating, waiting for the perfect moment. So this what's gonna happen, and then so in here it's so hesitation may feel safe, but it's often comes a cost. The world is changing fast, technology is changing, the economy is changing, the way people earn income is changing. So today it's like everything is online, digital. That's what Sis March says. So those who adapt grow, those who hesitate often get left behind. So extinction doesn't always mean disappearing completely. Sometimes it means staying in the same place while everyone else move forward. Sometimes, um, like other people, how this digital era is like growing fast. Um, Other people they cannot adapt. I mean, like they don't want to learn or they don't want to like take time to learn this thing. So it comes like they're always left behind or they don't want to move forward. So as as mine, so my story, if you guys don't know me, I'm a mom, a healthcare worker, and a business owner. So a few years, my life looks different. So as working hard, taking a family, trying to be present for my children, helping loved ones, and everything I could keep up with life and responsibilities. So I remember feeling exhausted. I wasn't afraid of hard work. So we've been always used to it, like work, sleep, and then family, something same and same cycle. So it's been always willing to work hard. But what I realized that working harder wasn't necessarily creating more freedom. I was trading my time for money. That's what happened. And the more responsibilities I had, the more felt stuck. You know, the same cycle, you wake up, you go work, um, and then drop off the kids and then pick them up again. It's the same thing, same every morning and then afternoon. So I had a question. What if it doesn't work? What if I fail? What if people judge me? That's what they said. You know, sis Nevin said, we are not used to it posting or going live or, talking to people in social media. So, what if I'm not good enough? What if I don't know what I'm doing? Maybe some of you can relate to that. You know what's my turning point in here is I remember reaching a point where I asked myself, what if nothing changed? What if I keep doing the same thing for the next 5 years? What will my life look like? What will I have more freedom, more flexibility, more choices? Or I will still be wishing I started sooner. The questions change everything for me, not because I knew everything, not because I guarantee, not, but because I knew that doing nothing would guarantee the same result. So when I start this business, it's I started this online business. I was an expert. I didn't have a huge following. I didn't know everything, but I made a decision. And the decision opened doors to personal growth, additional income, new friendship, and opportunities around the world. If I had waited until felt 100% ready, I probably would have never started. If I didn't start this online, maybe I'm still the same thing, wake up early, magluto ka, go to work, go home, the same thing. So, ganun yung nangyayari. But now, I made the decision. So, the biggest risk is waiting too long. What is hesitation costing me? Because sometimes the bigger risk isn't taking action. Yun nga sabi nila sis na you need to take action even though you don't feel ready. So when starting something new, learning a new skill, building a business, or creating other stream of income, ask yourself, ba? Because this is like we have a lot of help in here. So in here, opportunities that don't disappear. They simply go to the people who are willing to act on them. That's it, mga sis. Thank you.
Thank you for that, sis Emilus. So you see, real talk tayo mga kaibigan. The world today is changing really fast, faster than ever. We have artificial intelligence, they have mentioned automation, digital transformation, remote work, online businesses, new
Yes.
industries, new opportunities, and the people who will adapt to this is thriving. The people who resist often struggle. This, you see, this isn't about fear. It's about awareness. The future belongs to those who learns or to the learners. The future belongs to the action takers. And the future belongs to those who are willing to adapt. So, to our viewers, let me ask you this question. What has stopped you from taking action, or what fear shows up most often, or what decisions have you been avoiding? You see, people think that people think life changes through giant moments, but actually life changes through small decisions repeated consistently, like one conversation, one book, one mentor, one training, one opportunity, and one step. The difference between where you are and where you want to be often begins with a single decision. So imagine, just like what M said, imagine yourself 5 years from now, or even um, years and years from now. You have the version where you keep hesitating and nothing changes. Same frustrations and same struggles with the same regrets. And we have a version that if you start today, you learn, you grow, you improve, and you can create possibilities. So, which future do you want? Because both futures begin with a decision. So, before we wrap up everything tonight, I would like to ask my co host any words of encouragement and inspiration from you guys.
Yeah, so guys, if you're listening today and you've been sitting on on an idea, a goal, a dream, a business, or a decisions you've been afraid to make, um, we're encouraging you. You don't need to have everything figured out. You don't need to know every step. You just need enough courage to take the first step. So confidence doesn't come before action. Every successful person started as a beginner, as like we are. We started as a beginner. So every business owner started with uncertainty. So every achievement started with a decision. So guys, just take action. And so remember this, hesitation may feel safe in the moment, but over time it can quietly steal opportunities, growth, and possibilities. So the future belongs to those who are willing to adapt, learn, and take action. Don't let your dreams become extinct because you waited for the perfect time. So start where you are, use what you have, learn as you go, because your life can change with one decision. Thank you for joining us today. If this message resonates with you, so take action. So we'd love to hear what's one thing you've been hesitating on that you're finally ready. So to move forward with. So have a wonderful day, everyone. That's it, Moses.
Sis Roxanne?
Just like what Sis Emmy said, just take action today. Your future depends on it. You just need to be willing to learn, to be coachable, and to adapt to all the changes with what's going on right now. But you have to take that action to have clarity, to gain confidence, and to gain some knowledge as well. And if you are still hesitating to start a digital business, feel free to reach out to any of us. We'll be happy to answer any of your questions. You can directly message us, any of us, and we are all here to guide you every step of the way. Thank you.
Sis Emily?
To our viewers, thank you for joining us today. We'd love to hear from you in the comments. What's one thing you've been hesitating to do? And what's one small action you can take this week to move forward? Remember, growth lives outside our comfort zone. The life you've been praying for maybe waiting on the other side of the action you're afraid to take. So take action. Yan lang sis.
Thank you for that. So before I wrap up things tonight, let me share a real life example that perfectly illustrates the phrase that hesitation leads to extinction. So um, many of us do you remember do you remember ito galing kay ChatGPT to, so do you remember, many of us remember Nokia, maybe you have a cell phone when during, if you own a cell phone in the late 1990s or early 2000, chances are it was a Nokia. So sinong may Nokia phone sa inyo dito noon? Nung nagsilabasan ang phone, yeah, right, I remember. So their phones were known for being durable, reliable, and nearly indestructible. For years, Nokia dominated the mobile phone industry. They were the leader. They had the market share. They had the resources. They had the talent, and they had the customers. But something happened. You see, the world started changing. Touchscreen smartphones have emerged. Applications became important. Mobile operating systems became the future. So companies like Apple and Android manufacturers began innovating quickly. So Nokia did see the change. They saw the change. They knew the industry was shifting, but you see, the company hesitated. They continued relying on their old systems. They delayed major changes. They struggled to adapt to a new technology that is fast enough. Meanwhile, their competitors keep moving forward. Apple, Samsung, the famous, you see, the famous lesson often associated with Nokia company is, we didn't do anything wrong. That's what they said. But somehow we lost. You see, the reality is not that Nokia lacked intelligence. They had brilliant engineers. They had experience and they have the money. But in a rapidly changing world, standing still can become moving backward. So today, they still exist. Nokia still exists as a telecommunications and network technology company. But it no longer dominates the mobile phone market the way it once did. So the lesson here isn't just about phones. It's about life. It's about careers, our jobs. It's about businesses. It's about opportunities. Sometimes we become too comfortable. Yung sabi nga ni Sis Emmy. Sometimes we become comfortable because things are working. We tell ourselves, I'll learn later. I'll change later. I'll start later. I'll adapt later. But the world doesn't pause while we decide. It doesn't wait for you to decide. Technology keeps advancing. Industries keep changing. Opportunities keep evolving. And if one of the biggest companies in the world could lose to its position because it adapted so slowly, what can we learn from that? The lesson is very simple. Success today does not guarantee success tomorrow. We must stay teachable. We must stay adaptable. We must be willing to learn because hesitation doesn't always happen from fear. Sometimes it happens from comfort, and comfort can quietly become our greatest obstacle. So tonight, this isn't just about Nokia. It's about us. Where in our lives are we waiting? Where are we delaying? And where are we resisting change? Because the future belongs not necessarily to the strongest or the smartest, but to those who are willing to adapt, to learn, and to move forward. So Change is inevitable, growth is optional. So hesitation is costly. So, to our dear audience, what is one area in your life where you've been hesitating? So tonight we want to leave you with this. You don't need all the answers. You don't need a perfect timing. You don't need perfect conditions. You don't need permission. You don't need validations from other people. You simply need the courage to take the next step, because every dream starts with a decision, every transformation starts with action, every breakthrough starts with movement. So always remember this. Fear will always whisper, wait, teka lang, sandali lang. But growth will always say, go. So, and the longer we hesitate, the greater the risk of becoming stuck in a life that we no longer want. So you see, this is how hesitation leads to extinction. Not because you're incapable, not because you're unworthy, but because opportunities rarely wait forever. So tonight, choose action, choose growth, choose possibility, and choose today. Thank you for being here with us tonight. If this message resonated with you, you can always comment us, or you can always uh, message us if you want to know more about us. So have a great weekend to each and every one of you. Happy Friday. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to wherever you may be. So see you again on our next Go Live episode, and God bless. Bye, everyone.
Bye. See you again. Thank you.